Hello, my name is Justin, a solo game developer, and welcome to HydroVillage, a game that's all about finding the right balance between water production and water consumption. Your goal is to last as long as possible without letting the village run out of water. If you can find a perfectly sustainable strategy, the game will never end. And that is something we on Earth are trying to replicate. In HydroVillage, you are the mayor and you make the decisions on how to run the village. Let's get started. You start the game with one tank half full, a well, and a driver. If you look here on the left side, you have a shop, including the things you can do to increase water production, things you can do to increase your tanks, workers that you can hire, and ways to reduce your water. I like to start by installing at least one of these, and when you buy something for the first time, you get a nice little tip that talks about whatever it is that you bought. So in this case, it talks about toilets and taps and how they use quite a bit of water. So installing efficient ones can go quite a long way. Now, you've reduced the amount of water that each person in the town uses, and you've gone one step towards making your village more sustainable. Even though we just installed the efficient toilets and taps, we are still not sustainable, and this one well is producing more water than this one driver can handle. So, we can take a look at this worker's shop and hire another well driver. And as you can see here, you can have up to 6. But it seems as though 2 drivers is going to be too much for one single well. So we can buy one more well. And again, another tooltip talks about the maximum number of wells. Wells get water from an aquifer, and so if you have too many wells, you're going to be taking too much water and it won't be sustainable, which is why there's a maximum of 10 wells. You are on your second step towards water sustainability. And in the autumn, you don't use as much water, so it is a lot easier to be sustainable. Once the winter comes around, you won't be able to get much water from the rain. When the spring comes around, you'll get a lot of water from the rain, but you'll also be using a lot more water. People tend to water their plants a lot more when spring and summer come around. When summer comes around, there won't be any rain at all, so you'll have to rely solely on your wells or your filtration plant, or both if you have both. It's day 2 now, and it started raining. So I installed a rain catcher, and I hired a driver to go back and forth, taking rain. Right now, we are quite sustainable with 6 wells and 3 well drivers, but how will this hold up through the winter, spring, and summer? We need to save up quite a bit of water. So let's go to our water tanks and expand our tank. And as it says right here, we need to save for the summer. During the summer, there is no rain and we use the most amount of water. So it's important to save up. In fact, I'm going to buy another tank and save up for the water filtration plant. It is now winter, and we're not getting much water from the rain catcher because it's snow, but we have saved up so much that I bought a water filtration plant, I bought the one pipe, and I bought an inspector to make sure that the filtration plant is working. So now we just need to hire a driver. And it seems like it's already full, so maybe we should hire a second driver. But we've got quite a bit saved up, so let's buy another lake pipe. Now we've got quite a bit of water production, but the more drivers you hire, the more people, and the more we use. So let's check the water reduction. Let's install some more efficient showers and hoses. And while we're at it, why don't we get a PSA talking about not leaving the tap on? And maybe another one talking about always doing a full load when you're doing laundry or dishwashing. Now we're using so little water, and we're producing so much. So we can probably rely on just the filtration facility, and we can sell our wells. And selling our wells means we can sell our drivers, and we can sell our tanks. Now we are solely reliant on the water filtration facility. It looks like we forgot to hire a plant inspector after 3 days, and we ran out of water. In the endgame screen, you can type up your name and see the leaderboards. That's us right there at the top at 11 days. And these are the other top 10 players. Only 6 games have been played so far, so only 6 people have been shown. From here, we can either quit or play again. And play again takes us to the home screen, and it gives us the default starting items. Thank you for watching my game demo.